What's going on, everybody? My name is Colton, and I'm excited to be rejoined by Collin and Eric today as we hurl towards the NFL playoffs. We have 2 weeks to go. We are filming this on right before Monday Night Football, a critical game actually for the playoff picture between the Niners and the Colts. But the playoff picture is really starting to take shape. We're going to break it all down. I didn't get to my picks video this week, but I had a rough week. I'm 5-9 right now on the week. It's pretty bad.
Not pretty.
But we're going to talk about some of the Week 16 games, what we saw, and then we'll look ahead to the final 2-week stretches. It's a great time of year, so thank you guys for being back on.
Thanks as always
for having us back.
So I want to start with the Rams and the Seahawks game just because it was probably the game of the year, honestly, and I'm not saying that just to be as a biased Seahawks fan, but it was a great game. I know I had a lot of talk with you about the NFC West and how the Seahawks are my pick to come out of the NFC. What did you see in that game, and why do you think I'm wrong?
So I think the NFC playoffs is mostly going to just come down to whoever gets home field. I think that it's a very tight conference this year. There's probably not one great team in the conference, in my opinion. just if you go year to year, what the best team in a conference is, I wouldn't say that this year stacks up to that probably. And then also just there's still a lot to be determined, not only with that division, but for the 1 seed. So I just think it's closer.
You now believe in Sam Darnold a little bit because the narrative.
Well, I've never not believed in Sam Darnold. I just have never he's never shown me any
Does that game change your opinion about him at all in terms of the whole we can't win a big game?
Didn't change mine.
No, it doesn't.
It didn't change anything about mine.
He can make all the throws. He has good talent.
No.
It's is he gonna win some big games? But until he does that, I can't give him credit for doing it.
Does that count?
That counts. He did win a big game. Yeah, that was a big game, and he won it.
Think of it like that.
A big game, but it was okay. Yeah, no.
That's kind of the first step. That's the Vikings-Lions game last year.
But does he need the punt return? He needs the fumble to point conversion.
Yeah,
there's that.
But if those don't fall his way, then he lost the big game again, and he played horrible in the first half.
But he led 2 really clutch drives,
the
A.J. Barnes touchdown drive, and to not score first in overtime, to go down the field and score a 2-point conversion.
Impressive.
Again,
I'm not anti-Sam Darnold, but I'm not pro-Sam Darnold.
I'm not.
The chats that you were sending seemed anti-Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Having a very bad game.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard to lay off him. At least I said one bad thing.
No. I think that there's a difference between pushing back on Sam Darnold has arrived versus saying Sam Darnold is not this guy. Because Sam Darnold could be that guy. He just hasn't arrived yet, in my opinion. That game was a great. Yeah, but that's not him arriving. Let's say the Vikings thing doesn't happen, that game is enough. But with you almost have a little more to wash off.
Sure. But would you say
he'll have the opportunity to do so though? That's why it's
that's
got the first layer of dirt off him.
Yeah, that Week 18 game.
That's what I'm saying. Massive. Well, I'm saying last year's Week 18 game, Vikings-Lions, that was kind of the baby step first opportunity. He failed that, and then
obviously the Rams.
So, but he passed the first check. No, because that was similar to last year's Week 18 game.
Sure, I mean Week 18 will be the.
Well, it could be. Sure,
potentially.
Potentially. I mean, assuming the Niners.
Assuming they win out.
Yeah. They have. The Colts aren't easy, and then the Bears is a tough game.
Regardless, they'll have to win that game because the Rams will win next week.
Right, so then it would be. But I'm sure.
Yeah, for it to be a typical showdown for the 1 seed.
Correct.
Going off what you said real quick, you said you think they all need home field. I don't think the Rams need to be home.
Well, probably not because SoFi doesn't really even matter.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they need to be home. It doesn't really matter for them, especially the 5 seed path. The 5 seed path is arguably better than the 1. Maybe probably not. No, not better than the 1, but better than anyone but the 1. Better than the 2. Better than the 6. I mean,
you think the Seahawks need home field? They're one of the best road teams under Mike McDonald.
Well, I say that's they need home field. I don't mean that only the person that gets home field is going to win the conference. I just mean in other years, if the 3 seed got home field, let's say that in other years the 3rd best team in a conference ended up with home field. The talent of the 1 and 2, but the 1st and 2nd best teams in the conference would probably outweigh home field. But this year, I think that all of the teams are so close together that whoever gets home field is going to be my pick probably.
Yeah, just because that slight edge. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That it could actually come down to home field in that conference. Where other years, the best teams usually just win.
Well, I'd say that goes for both conferences. I don't know. We won't get ahead to that, but
yeah, we won't get ahead. But
Well, the only other thing I'll move on.
I think Joshua Allen just
the NFC. The other big question. Well, other big game of the weekend was obviously the Packers and Bears, and I was pretty confident in the Packers going into that game. I know everybody. I was talking to you. I was with you. Right. I was saying everybody was on the Bears. It felt like I was pretty confident in the Packers. Obviously, Jordan Love gets hurt very early on. Can't predict how it would have went otherwise. Malik Willis played well.
Yeah,
Again, similar question to the Seahawks question. Does it change your opinion of the Bears? They finally get a big divisional win. I know you don't believe in Caleb Williams fully, but how do you feel NFC North?
That game didn't change my opinion. I still think the Packers are the best team in the NFC North. The Bears are getting these games where they win that I don't know if they win come January. I hope they do because I'm a Caleb Williams guy. I've been on record always as a Caleb Williams guy and an anti-Packers guy as a Cowboys fan, considering we have their picks and all that. But I still think that even with the injuries, I think the Packers are the class of the NFC North.
So you know without Micah Parsons?
Yeah, I still do.
Do you agree with that?
Yes. In complete transparency, when the Bears were down 10, and they were down 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah.
16, I was watching with my brother and my
13,
mom.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And my brother had gone to bed to watch in his room because my mom and I had fallen. I had nodded off on the couch. And when I got up, I woke my mom up and said, hey, I'm going to bed. Let's go. And I said to her, if Caleb Williams comes back from 10 with under 2 minutes or whatever it was, I guess I'll just miss it. And I woke up, and I was so surprised.
So you didn't wake back up till the morning?
I had no idea. When I woke up and saw that the Bears won, I was like, wow.
Woke up and got fed your words for breakfast?
I watched, Malik. I think the Packers are better.
I guess, I know we'll never see this because the Lions are pretty much dead, but,
I still think that,
I think if they played the Bears the first
They'd
round somehow, I would be on the Lions. I would trust the Lions more. I don't know. It's just weird. That division's been weird. Going into it, I predicted the Packers to win the division, but then I kind of wanted to switch to the Lions mid-season.
Yeah, Lions.
Bears were never fully on my radar. No disrespect, but they felt like they could be a 7 seed, and that's what I kind of still view them as, even though I know they're in the 2 right now.
Well, it was always like that also because of the last 3 games of the season schedule that they had. So it was always okay, they're going to lose 2 of those last 3. They're not going to win the division.
Right. I don't know. We'll get to the well, actually, since we're just doing the NFC, we'll talk about the full NFC because we talked about the NFC West, we talked about the North. Obviously, the Eagles have won the division in the East.
Did they clinch?
Condolences to the Cowboys. Is another lost season, I suppose.
Yep, another.
Do you have anything you want to say on the Cowboys, real quick? I feel like this is the only window you'll get.
Not many comments. Excited for next year. 2 first-round picks. Hope we keep losing. Maybe go get Caleb Downs if we can get the 12th pick. Hopefully the Packers lose first round. Not much to look forward to aside from that. Besides addressing the defense, getting Eberflus out of town, hopefully immediately after Week 18. And that's it. On to next year.
Cowboy talk for 20 seconds. There you go. And then the other thing is the NFC South, which has become, the kind of reminiscent of not as bad, but when the Seahawks won it 7-9, Buccaneers won it 8-9. A couple of those moments. I personally still think the Bucs are going to win the division. I don't know how you guys feel. I feel like I haven't talked to you much about that because it's kind of not on the radar of the NFC when we're talking about playoffs. But who do you think comes out of that division? Because I still have a future with the Seahawks and Bucs division winners. So
I personally, side note, I wish the Falcons won just one of those games they lost because I think if they were just one back right now after beating, I think they could have won that division.
Seems so silly. Bro.
I know, but I enjoy them, and I don't know, but I think the Bucs are gonna win it. I mean, the Panthers, I think, lose to the Seahawks this week. The only way that the Panthers clinch this week isn't it if they beat the Seahawks and the Bucs lose to Miami. So that's going to be a Week 18 play-in game regardless.
It's basically almost...
it's going to be a play-in. Bucs right now are minus 165 to make playoffs. The Panthers are plus 130. So that's going to be the line.
They play the last week of the season.
They play last week in Tampa.
Carolina,
and the only way they
Seattle,
can clinch...
Tampa plays who?
And that doesn't...
Miami.
They would need to lose to Miami.
They need to lose.
In order to clinch, Carolina needs to beat Seattle and
Bucs lose.
So almost guaranteed that could be the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
But that could happen.
Could it?
Could
Carolina beat Seattle?
Oh, I don't know.
They already got their 2 bullshit win. They already got that Packers and the Rams win. They're not a good team.
And you think Miami can beat
I was more saying I think Miami could maybe.
Yeah, they could beat Tampa.
Maybe.
But I don't think Carolina does another Eagles back.
Baker's either hurt or something. I mean,
I think hurt and mid.
It's ridiculous though.
I mean, he's played an opposite quarterback from the first,
the first 5 weeks of the season, 6 weeks,
whatever it was, to that Seahawks
where he was
game
a top 3,
38 points.
Yeah, he was a top 3 MVP candidate.
And to see what he's
become. I mean, he did get hurt. I forget what the injury was. I think it was a hand thing.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of obviously pieces around him too.
He had 26 pass attempts yesterday.
Yeah, but the pieces were all back too.
So why do you have 26 pass attempts?
Buka.
I don't know what happened to him. Buka. Yeah. Honestly, it's one of the craziest fall-offs.
Yeah, he went from fantasy.
The second half rookie.
Yeah, I don't know, but
second half wide receiver rookie.
Do you think the Panthers are going to beat the Bucs twice in 3 weeks and clinch a spot?
I hope that they do. But
I do too. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to happen.
I just don't think they have it. I mean, what were they? Not to go off lines too much, but they were +3 at home. So that means on the road, Week 18, they'll be 5.5.
Right.
The Bucs have way more talent.
Yeah.
Way more.
Defensively, offensively,
all around.
Yeah, I think it's the Bucs. I got Bucs winning the division, unfortunately. And then I would like to see them put it together and all of a sudden be able to give one of those NFC West teams a game in Raymond James, but it's unlikely. I think they get rolled.
All right, before we dive too much,
the Bucks. I take that.
Yeah,
the Bucks.
Yeah. You want Bucks too?
Yeah, I would say the Bucks as well. Before we get into the NFC playoffs, like what we think might happen, AFC side of things, the biggest game, the Patriots Ravens last night. Disappointing game. I was very high. I was very all in on the Ravens this week. I feel like I was going to be right had Lamar stayed healthy. I know it's a what if, but Tyler Huntley comes into the game, of course. Thoughts of that game? Are the Ravens dead? I mean, at this point, the Ravens now need, I believe, the Steelers to lose to the Browns. I believe so.
Yeah, and they're going to beat the Packers in Lambeau.
Right, so I mean,
it's over.
It looks like it's over. I don't even know Lamar's status as of right now, but regardless, I don't think they're very alive. But what did you make of that game? Drake May did what he couldn't do the week before against Buffalo, I guess you could say. Made the throws.
I mean, May looked great.
Yeah.
Especially in the fourth quarter, those last two drives, the last two touchdown drives, they obviously got. It would have been the story if they lost after that PI missed call. So it's almost like I'm glad they scored there.
Yeah, didn't want to hear that for the week.
Really, the question is what everyone's been talking about today is Derrick Henry didn't get a snap in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was going to lead into that because I didn't understand.
No, they were up 11. They gave up the score. They were up 3 with 6.5, 7 minutes left, and then they were giving the ball to Keaton Mitchell on the outside zones and losing 3 yards. I didn't understand that at all. He was getting 7 yards a carry, and then all of a sudden he didn't even see the field. Never mind get a carry. He didn't get a snap.
No, it's wild.
I get it if you're down. I get he's out on those passing downs, but they were up 3 with the ball.
With the backup quarterback.
With the backup quarterback in, and he was averaging 7 yards a carry and looked almost unstoppable on the drive before. No, and it's Derrick Henry in December.
Borderline inexcusable.
And I still don't understand it. I don't know if there was some injury. I don't know if it's because of that fumble. But
there's just no way. He could have fumbled twice. I would still have him out there. I mean,
that was their only chance.
You go from having Lamar and Derrick Henry in the backfield to Huntley and Keaton Mitchell. And Keaton Mitchell's good. He's a good player.
Yeah.
But it just makes no sense
for the bus because I'm a big Keaton guy.
Situationally, though, it makes no sense. I figure
I think Harbaugh is going to get fired for sure.
Does he want to get fired?
In the press conference, he said Derrick Henry should have been out there. As if there's someone else.
It's a guy above him making the calls.
There's someone above him in his ear. If you think that he should have been in, then why wasn't he in?
Yeah, I didn't even hear that. That's insane.
The decision maker.
Yeah. I wonder who told him no.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gone. Good job. Good
off to New York for him.
Yeah, good tenure.
New York.
Giants.
That'd be interesting.
But yeah, I was also real quick. I was also on the Ravens and upset late on that one. Just for purposes of next week as well. I would have loved for the Ravens game to mean more.
Right. I thought another similar to the Bucks Panthers. I thought Week 18 for the division. I would have bet the Ravens to win it.
It's not over yet, but it's upsetting.
I mean, I could see there's a world where the Browns can beat Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
But is there a world where Huntley goes into Lambeau?
Probably not. It would hinge on Lamar playing and everything.
Won last night though.
At home against the Pats with a bunch of injuries.
I guess. But
the Packers also have those injuries.
Willis, if it's going to be Tyler Huntley.
True, if it's Huntley versus Willis in a big time game.
And no Michael Parsons.
Well, he might be getting screwed with the game between the Christmas slate and the
Christmas slate's terrible.
The Saturday slate, or at least we got Chargers, Texans, but in the late game.
But then if
we
it's
got Huntley versus Willis, we're going to have two Dak Prescott's going to be cream of the crop. Him and Josh Johnson.
Oh, don't get me started with that, too. Commanders probably would have covered. But, I want to talk about the Broncos, of course. That was the other big game. I don't know. It's crazy. 405. Broncos, Jaguars being one of the biggest games of the week. Jaguars going on the road, beating the Broncos 34-24. Broncos have been a team that I've had a tough time reading just because, Bo Nix looks great, looks bad, looks great. He played well yesterday. He had he made a lot of throws. He had a ton of yards. He did whatever. Sure. The defense, what?
No, that's true. That's true. But he was down. So, when you just sling it around.
Right. Yeah. But in general, he's been playing better for the most part. He's still kind of up and down, but I just didn't fully buy in Denver because I don't really trust their offense in general against some of these other teams.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Jacksonville to go in there and beat them.
No,
just because being in Denver, they're 3.5 at home.
Yeah.
I didn't see and Trevor Lawrence has 10 touchdowns in 2 games now. I don't.
Unreal.
That's a team actually. I would more want to talk about the Jaguars here because that's a team that I have no idea at this point.
The small market Jags.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. I've liked the Jaguars all season. I think that they could.
You think they could win more
than
one playoff game?
Are they an AFC championship?
Yeah. Could they win more than one playoff game if they're not the 1 seed? I mean, they're probably not going to get the 1 seed out of the Pats.
So how would that go?
Won last night.
If it ended.
They can't get the 1 unless the Pats drop one of these next 2.
They're actually in a brutal spot.
They could have really got the 1.
They could have if the Pats lost last night, and then
they're in a brutal
Broncos
spot.
lose to the Chargers.
Right now, they're aren't they staring down the Bills right now in the first round technically? I mean,
things
that's just a bad draw for them.
Yeah, actually, right now. But things will shake up. Because the Texans play the Chargers. The Texans play the Chargers, so that'll mess with the wild card standings a little bit.
Okay, if the Chargers go into Jacksonville wins that game.
Yeah, sure, yeah. 100%. I said, can they win 2 playoff games?
No, I know. So I'm just talking it out. There's one.
Yeah, so it'd be that, and then they'd have to go to New England if New England's the 2. And the Jags go into New England if they're the 2.
And they just went into
the Bills beat the Steelers.
I mean, it's messy because you can't do that like past years. Like, usually it'd be like, okay, the 1, 2, and 3 are going to advance, maybe these 2. Right. But this year it's truly like any of those wildcard teams could beat any of those 2 through 4 teams.
In both yeah, honestly. Basically, I was saying, are they good enough to like not worry about their path? Like, they can go on and go out around? No. Because like it's weird though, because they're.
But who is? But no one. I don't even know.
That's what I've been trying to
say.
But their defense is horrible.
They are.
Their defense is horrible, and they really don't have any pass catchers. You see, I didn't even realize Collin, 3rd time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he doesn't play.
That's
they
crazy.
have like just a locker room of wide receiver 3s.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's pretty wild. But
they brought in Brandon Cooks 2 weeks ago. Now he's running 50% of the routes.
James Cook though is playing out.
James Cook's awesome. Him and Josh Allen are awesome. Yeah. Their defense is also horrible. I mean, they were up. The Browns had a chance there. They were down 3, getting the ball back, and it's a good thing Shedeur doesn't know how to throw the ball, get rid of the ball. But they easily could have lost that game.
So starting on the AFC side here, we kind of talked about it, but not really. Like the number 1 seeds right now, it would be Seattle and Denver. Similar to what we were just talking, who needs it the most in each conference? We'll start in the AFC. It sounds like I would say Jacksonville would need it the most, probably in the AFC. We kind of answered
it's almost,
that.
But if you think it anymore,
right? So it's almost.
What do you mean?
They would need.
They need the Pats to either lose. They need the Pats to lose both those games.
Yeah. Both now.
One of the 2. Sorry, one of the 2, and the Chargers beat the Broncos.
Well,
the Pats aren't going to lose.
They're not losing to the Jets. Who do they have week 18?
Miami and New England.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's almost.
Yes.
So it's really going to come down to that Broncos-Chargers game.
Is it at Miami though?
No, in New England.
That would matter.
Yeah, I know. They always lose week 18. Week 17 Miami. No, I know. I was looking into it, getting excited.
No, because I did. Yeah, because I was excited yesterday.
The 1 seed's really going to come down to the Broncos play the Chiefs on Thursday. They're going to blow them out. I think it's 12.5, 13.5.
Third stringer. Forgot his name.
Yeah, honestly, that might have been the first time I've ever been watching a game and seen a QB warming up and never heard of him before. Like, never heard of him through the draft process. Never heard of him.
What is it, Luka Don?
Oh, Luka.
Yeah, that's.
I felt the same way.
That was the first time I've ever seen a guy warming up and been like, I genuinely have never seen this name in my life.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I can piece it together. Maybe I don't know where exactly, but I had zero clue where he was from.
It was definitely.
But really, what's going to come down to is that Broncos-Chargers game, Week 18. If the Chargers can beat the Broncos there, the Pats will get the 1.
Who do you think it's more important for to get the 1 seed, Denver or New England? Like, can New England go to Denver easier than Denver can go to New England, or vice versa? Because I would say it's harder for New England to go to Denver.
I would agree.
I would disagree.
You think
Denver's a harder place to play.
I don't know. Is that just your
I think
anti-Pats?
No, that's not anti-Pats. I think Denver is a really difficult.
Yeah.
Sure.
And with the defense, I don't know. I think the defense.
No, but I'm serious.
I genuinely didn't mean that out of bias, like hatred against the Patriots. I'm just saying.
New England's a tough place to play.
No, it is.
That place.
Yeah, but Mile High.
You said altitude and
Mile
High.
Like, even like the Tom Brady years, they had trouble going up there. I don't know. The defense.
I think that. No, not once. Not once.
And they lost in Denver once.
Struggled in Denver in his career. Regular season games as
well.
Yeah. That's not
Snow game, Brock Osweiler.
But yeah, if you just pulled up some random arc, like if you just Google hardest places to play in the NFL, I think Arrowhead and Mile High come up before everyone.
This guy's
I was gonna let it go. Yeah, no, I agree. I think those are honestly the only 2 home field. I guess Buffalo too, but they're not gonna be able to host games probably. But I don't think any like Jacksonville, Chargers, Texans, like none of those home fields really.
Pittsburgh, yeah,
sure, but
Steel Curtain.
I don't think the Steelers are.
I was getting a little too excited about them yesterday, the Steelers, and I think it's more just the Lions are just like falling apart than the Steelers actually being something good. But I was getting excited watching them yesterday. Rodgers, that deep throw to MVS. Yeah. That one he dropped it, and MVS ended up dropping, and Rodgers looked so distraught. Yeah. He was like pouting after he dropped it. It was the first half of the game, and he was pouting.
DK's punching people. Probably, I don't know. That was one of the most.
That was insane. Well, it turns out
unhinged.
Not okay.
No.
Yeah, he's
we
suspended
don't condone that on this podcast.
As of today, suspended both.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe more.
Luckily that the Ravens lost that game last night, because if not, he'd be out for that week 18.
That's what I mean. And now it's probably not going to matter unless I think the Browns. Shedeur. What do you got in for?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. Side note: are you Shedeur? Where's your head on Shedeur?
Well, I have a friend named Cody who is in my ear saying like Shedeur.
Did he go to Colorado? I know he's a big Travis Hunter.
Well, I was just gonna say he's one of the biggest Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter defenders. So it's hard when I constantly hear that. Like, he's. I personally think he's just like fine. Like I'm not huge one way or the other. I said to Cody, for being so cocky, I expected a little more than like 8 points that week when I had the Browns covering. I was like, I wanted a little something more. He didn't make like horrendous. Actually, he made a few bad
Well, he did have that
actually.
great loss to the Titans that people were loving him about.
Yeah,
so
And then the argument was like he wasn't in on the 2-point version, which
he wasn't, which was very stupid.
Yeah.
He actually did play a good game. But the fact that he was getting...
And if you just look at his numbers, like they were fine.
No, he did look good.
And
I was kind of just trying to make a joke that the fact that his best game of the season was a loss to the Titans.
Yeah, but like throw the group chat open. It was very quick for Shedeur defense. Yeah. Maybe we'll have Cody come on and discuss the
defend himself a little bit.
Yeah. But all right, NFC side of things for the same questions. Who needs the 1 seed the most? Who can't afford to lose? Like it'll probably almost certainly comes down to the Seahawks, Rams, or Niners. Yeah. At this point, Eagles. I don't know what would happen. Don't count them out yet. No, but they're 2 years. If
the Bears beat the Niners next week,
and the Niners beat you week,
and the Niners beat you, and the Rams somehow drop one of their last 2, because the Rams would still have the Bears. They both have 4 losses. So, it's going to be one of the NFC South.
But I think...
And how do the Rams get it if that happens?
The Rams get it just if the Niners lose one of their next 2.
If the
they don't drop a game and the Niners lose. Or the Panthers, yeah.
So the most realistic way for the Niners to get it is that...
For the Niners to get it?
For the Rams to get it, thank you, is that the Niners lose to the Bears and then beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, or lose to the Colts. Just film before the game.
I don't think that they can... I don't know. I don't see them losing tonight.
I don't either, but I mean...
I don't think minus 230 makes sense. Throw it out there if you're not afraid for money lines.
The number keeps going down.
Doesn't make
any
sense.
4.5.
The problem is if you don't think there's a possible way, why wouldn't you just have your whole net worth on it? There has to be a possible way.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a chance.
Who says I don't? But,
there's no reason the Niners shouldn't win by multiple touchdowns tonight.
I think
if they don't, it equals a loss.
I think it gets ugly. Yes.
Oh, I was thinking like 20.
I don't. I think it stays close.
24-17 or 24-20 or something. To be honest.
Only way it doesn't is if they take their foot off the gas.
The way
not that they can just route them.
The way the Colts defense
what if the Colts defense just shows up? Yeah. And what if they can just run the ball? The Niners have not been great against the run this year at all.
Simple throws.
What if they can run?
I
don't know why you don't put in the box.
You don't have to worry about Phillip Rivers throwing. I mean, he literally can't throw the ball.
A little 15-yard post to Warren. I don't know. Maybe gets
couple adrenaline shots in the shoulder.
I saw his passing chart. It was insane. It was actually insane.
He hit that one ball on 3rd and 8 though. That was actually pretty. People were loving.
Just saying. But
I think it's madness that he's in. Like just what it says about quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's got me wondering about my Anthony Richardson takes.
Yeah, like about how bad it's gotta be.
I'm still not. I'm not. I want Anthony Richardson in Minnesota so bad, just to see. I'm not.
Like, do you think some of the backups are like, fuck? Even like Riley Leonard's really. Well, Shane Steichen's connection. That's the only thing that made
all the comments about like how these new quarterbacks can't read these defenses like the old ones can, and it's just because these coaches like don't put the time and effort into these QBs now. They come out of college too early, then they get thrown into a starter role week 1 or like year 1, and then they don't get developed. And like I don't know. I mean, that's what's being said. I'm saying like I don't know how true that is. Wouldn't you rather have a guy who can actually move or throw the ball 40 yards in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whatever Kirk Cousins broke down in his press conference, but the too high safety thing like is legit. Like passing numbers are down. Like our whole life they were going up. And
you see like the 2014 chart of like 5,000, 4,000, 4,000. Like
there might be 2 guys with 4,000 yards this year, and it would just be Dak or Stafford.
Cool. He's already got it.
He did get it.
Him and Stafford. I do have it. Where did this combo start? We started at NFC West, the 1 seed.
All right, circling back to the 1 seed in the NFC. We went on a See, that's interesting because the 1 seed in the NFC, like I think Seattle has the best home field, but I don't think they need it the most.
I do.
Yeah. The Seahawks and Eagles would be the 2 that have the best home field advantage, but I don't think either of them need it the most. I think it'll just be harder for like San Francisco. You think is going to work out of the wild card and go to all these places and win?
No.
Like doesn't San Francisco need it the most? That would be my argument.
I would say Chicago.
Or Chicago probably actually. Yeah, they probably can't.
Chicago needs it the most.
Okay, Chicago or San Francisco, I would say need it the most, just by the nature.
Chicago's 12th in point differential. I was looking at that earlier.
I wonder who's
first. They're all of their wins. They remind me very much of the Commanders from last year, but they're not the same kind of team because the Commanders last year had no defense and Jaden just carried them throughout the whole entire season. This is more like the Commanders had weird stuff happen to them too, but this stuff feels more predicated on weird stuff than the Commanders did, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say that. No, I can't disagree with that at all. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Caleb guy and I like Ben Johnson, but like they're not an 11-4 football team. Yeah, so, like, they'd be like a good like 9-6 team I could see, but I don't know. I mean, they shouldn't have won that game last week.
Yeah, that was actually.
Has a 7? I don't know. None of us are gonna know this, but has a 7 beat it too?
Yeah, the Packers beat the Cowboys.
Oh wow!
Like bad.
Yeah. They put it 48 on us.
48-32 or something. A lot of it was garbage time. Right, coming back
for us. Yeah, the 48 wasn't garbage time.
Right, no,
that was all 48 real points.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only example, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, I could see it happening this year in either the AFC or the NFC. no matter who gets it.
Yeah, I mean,
if the Texans are at the 7 and the Packers are at the 7.
The Texans looked great, and then they looked so bad.
So
it might have just been emotional. Like it was hard to get up for the Raiders, maybe.
Yeah, I could see them getting up for that Chargers game next week. I could see them beating any team in the AFC on the road with that defense.
All right, let's get into the AFC playoff predictions. Like if you had to map out the bracket right now, who's your favorite to get out of the AFC? Because I think this is honestly one of the most difficult questions in the past. I don't know how many years of AFC. Obviously because of Mahomes and Brady, but it's just crazy right now. I don't know. It's so wide open.
It's so hard to pick against Allen because he's clear-cut the best player in that conference and the best player in the NFL right now. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I can pick them because their defense is horrible. And if I don't pick them, I don't know who I'd pick.
And that's what I mean. It's tough. But we're all making a pick. So
yeah, okay.
I'll start. I'll pick Buffalo.
Yeah.
Just because I said before week 12 around Thanksgiving time, I was saying that if Mahomes gonna is the 7, I was like, oh, he's gonna rip through Gillette. He's gonna rip through.
I was still thinking that up until last week
in
the fourth quarter when. And
part of me still believes in if Josh Allen or Lamar got into the playoffs, I would be backing them in most of these games on the road. And I know that's it's tough. I'm gonna say Buffalo because I truly believe that it just means it's such a critical year for Buffalo. I don't think it's necessarily their best team, but it's just they dodged Burrow, Jackson, and Mahomes. And that's I think Josh Allen's gonna go superhuman. I don't think that's that's not a crazy take because it's like the most basic take. But what were you gonna say?
Sorry, I was just gonna say it's his worst competition because he doesn't have to play Burrow, Lamar, or Mahomes, but it's his worst team by far.
Yeah. That's why
it's not even close. It's the worst defense they've had.
It's so hard. It's like if not now, then when are you gonna do it?
It's the best running back.
Some guys.
No, I know. And maybe he's just a guy that is never gonna.
Not everyone gets him.
No.
But I still think he beats. The only game I'm really worried about. I think they can beat New England. I think they can beat Jacksonville. I'd be worried about them going to Denver. I think that's a tough game.
I'd be way more nervous in New England. It makes my stomach turn, but I think the Patriots.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your official pick?
That's my pick to win the
Patriots
AFC.
win the AFC? Okay.
I hate it. It's not me wanting to root with it.
No, that's good. That's unbiased. That's unbiased.
I think they win it. I do. I think they're going to end up getting the 1 seed. Even if they get the 2, I don't think it matters that much. I mean, it does. Whatever. It does, but I think the 1 seed could drop a game before that, so they could still end up with home field. And I just think if they're playing at home and they're rolling and they get Milton Williams back and they can stop the run, Spillane's back, Drake May looks as he's looked. I don't know. I think they can run the AFC.
Yeah, I mean they definitely could.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be my pick to do so. I would say either Denver or Jacksonville. But if I have to make a pick, I would say Denver.
Denver. Okay, so we have a.
I just can't trust Bo Nix.
I want to say Jacksonville very bad, but I was gonna give them the opportunity to pick Denver so that I could pick Jacksonville. But if no one's gonna pick Denver, I will pick Denver. But I like the Jaguars a lot. I think I've bet them every single week, and it's been a crazy experience.
Who's the worst quarterback that you would replace with Bo Nix and like them to get to the Super Bowl?
Like a lock to go to the Super Bowl?
Not like a lock, but you pick them. You pick them to come out of the AFC. The worst quarterback over Bo Nix. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a feel for where you have Bo Nix at.
Oh, I don't I mean,
if they had CJ Stroud, would you?
He's okay. He's been so shaky, but
honestly,
yes, CJ Stroud's level of talent with Sean Payton.
Jordan Love.
No.
I like Jordan Love.
That's like a wash, probably. No, Love's better, but it doesn't make them that much better.
Yeah, no, it's...
Love has so many weapons.
He has way more arm talent. He has way more arm talent, but he makes more stupid plays than Bo. Bo's not a stupid quarterback.
Yeah, Love's
Bo can get the job done.
Bo's the football than Bo Nix. Yeah, obviously.
Not debatable.
All right, so we have Broncos, Bills. I think the Bills that's the most normie take. I feel.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna rip.
If I was a betting man, I want to throw away some money. I'd put it on the Bills so I could root for them.
Yeah, and that would just be a great story. Josh Allen Super Bowl. Now, this wasn't my original thought. I heard this somewhere, but is this the Chiefs dream? If this is the time that Josh Allen breaks through, and they can be like.
It's like you made it because Pat. Yeah, obviously. If you're a Chiefs fan, you're almost rooting for the Bills
because you just got that in your back.
Yeah, you're not rooting for someone who hasn't played Mahomes. You're not rooting for the Pats, obviously, because of the history with the Patriots and because it's someone who hasn't played Mahomes in the playoffs.
Josh Allen won the Super Bowl when we weren't there.
Yeah, yeah, they can make that excuse. But if it's someone like Bo Nix or Drake May, it can be he. I don't know. They haven't had to play it yet. Yeah, exactly.
I just think if Josh Allen doesn't you're gonna wait till Mahomes retools or whatever. Lamar and you're back to and with a more experienced Drake May, a more experienced Bo Nix, this is the year for Buffalo. I know their team's not as strong, but if they can run the ball like they've been running it, and if Josh Allen can I'm worried about that defense too.
But the Bills could just be like a wild card team for like 2 and 3 more years. Like you don't know. Like,
just come back, they retool. I can see that. I mean,
Sean McDermott's probably gone, regardless of whatever.
Unless
they go on a run.
What's the lowest round?
What does Sean McDermott have to do to not get fired?
Go to the AFC Championship from the wild card on the road.
Go to it.
Go to the AFC
Lose in Denver by 3.
Yeah.
Lose to Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, and he keeps his job.
Sure, but if you went on the road twice. You run on the road twice, and then you lose on the road in the AFC Championship.
Lose with Josh Allen to the Jacksonville Jaguars, or should you be the head coach?
Yeah, I guess revision. Like, it'll change. I don't know. It's all fluid. Like, it changes as you go. Like, looking at it from an outside picture now, and you get 2 road wins in the playoffs, it's like, how do you get fired?
I think you lose to Denver by 3. He keeps his job, probably, in the AFC Championship.
But how many years are you going to lose by 3 in the AFC Championship?
I'm just saying what I think they do.
Keep the coach.
I don't think
they should. Yeah, I don't think they should.
I'm just predicting, like, what they do. It feels like that's something they would do. Yeah. Like, oh, we almost got us there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a rough team this year. We're going to be better next year.
But also, like you're saying, like, I don't know if this is his best opportunity. Because I don't, personally, I'm a huge Lamar fan. I don't know if he's ever going to be back. I don't know if he's ever going to be back to the caliber of player that he was.
Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow, I mean.
Even if he's, let's say, like, he's obviously been hurt or whatever. Let's say he's not, like, the running guy. He's still, like, a starting quarterback passer. That can make
sure, but
he's not an elite level guy without the rushing.
He couldn't win in the playoffs with the rushing.
What's up?
He didn't win in the playoffs with the rushing.
No, but that's about winning. That's not what I'm saying.
Sure, but I don't know. I mean,
he'll be a top 16 quarterback in the NFL
next year. I hope. Yeah, I hope. I hope.
No, I'm saying even if he didn't run the ball.
Yeah, if he didn't run the ball, yeah, sure, I'd take him over.
If he like couldn't move.
No, he'd still probably be a top 12 to 14. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I agree. But it's not like it's like some like. It's like Allen Lamar at the top.
No. I just need to make sure.
He's also had like 7 or 8 different injuries this year. Like it's just these weird injuries. They're just piling up. Yeah. And it's like, can he stay healthy now? Like he's not even running the ball and he's still getting hurt like this.
No, it's weird.
What's your biggest dark horse in the AFC? For me, it's probably going to be the Texans just because I love their defense so much. I know they played bad. It normally would be the Chargers. I would actually probably pick the Chargers if their offensive line is healthy.
I literally just talked about this last night. I was like, I wish they just either had one of those 2 guys. Yeah. If they just had All or Slater. If they had them both, they'd be my AFC Super Bowl pick.
Just think about if he wasn't getting murdered out there. Like, I don't know. He's already playing.
I mean, their defense is awesome.
I know this is a very pro Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But and
also, I'm a very pro Jim Harbaugh guy, too. I think he's an awesome coach. I just really would, because he finally got his style. Like, he was ready for this season. He had his O-line ready. He drafted his running back.
Yeah, they have a good team. Now it's like, what's the ceiling? I don't know.
I don't think they're really.
So right now, I'd say Texans are the biggest dark horse. But then again, can I see them?
I mean, that's like the only dark horse. I mean, the only dark horse you could really pick.
Because everybody else is
Chargers. Because everyone else is in that top mix.
That's true. Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh would be a dark horse.
I actually have a different answer. I feel different about the AFC than the NFC. I think that the only teams that can win the conference are the Patriots, Broncos, Bills, and the Jaguars. Like in the NFC, we'll have a different conversation. But I don't think the Texans can win the conference. Like I can't even pick them as a dark horse. I can't really pick the Steelers to win. Seriously.
Well, they could still win. The Jaguars play who this week? The Jaguars play the Colts.
And then the Texans. And they play the Texans.
No.
I think that Jaguars team is locked in.
No, Jaguars play the Titans.
Oh, you're right.
So actually probably not. They probably can't get the division.
No.
I was going to say if they could flip it and the Texans get the 3.
Oh, yeah, the Texans play the Colts week 18.
Yeah, so actually.
I don't think they can win that. I think the Colts just have to win one of their last 2. No, I'd have to have it in front of me. I'm like...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think...
the division's over.
So, yeah, okay.
Essentially. I'll put it on record that I'll be rooting for Josh Allen, but Patriots are my pick.
NFC playoff predictions. I'm going to let you start because I am very curious. We don't know how it's good. I think there's a lot more seed changing too here.
I think if I had to rank my picks to win in order, I would say this is off the top of my head. Because other than the 3 West teams, it's the Bears,
Eagles, Packers, and Bucks, or
Packers and the NFC South winner. Okay, so I would go Rams, Eagles, Niners, Seahawks. No. I have to go Seahawks there. Yeah, I have to go Seahawks there. Well, actually, I'll do this. Rams.
You want to jump the Seahawks again?
It's rage.
No. Rams, Eagles, winner of NFC West. If it's not the Rams.
What if it is? What if it is?
Then the Rams would stay 1.
No, I know. What would happen at the 3?
Seahawks, Niners.
Okay. So on a neutral field, you like the Seahawks more than the Niners?
That's what you basically just said.
That is what I just said.
Gonna point that out.
But I like the Niners to win Week 18 for whatever reason.
Okay.
That's that darn just thing.
So you get the Rams coming out of the NFC if you pick a team.
Yeah.
If you're picking a team.
Yeah.
Eagles at 2.
But not if Devontae's hurt though. But assuming Devontae's not hurt.
I could be back.
He has a nagging hamstring. He's mad old.
So hold him out the rest of the year. Why not?
So much is going to be decided by who gets that first seed.
It is true. It's hard. 2 weeks out in this conference, especially, is hard.
I know.
But those are the
NFC West teams
I
are
think
so
they can win it. Those are the 4 teams I think they can win it.
So you don't think the Packers can win it? Oh, I mean, it's a concussion. He'll be back.
Yeah, but no, I don't.
I'm not sure they can win it.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
And Bears, we don't need to
I don't
visit
think
that.
Bears can win it. No.
Lions.
Bears get the 2 seed.
They're like 2%.
I thought the Lions would have been able to. I don't know.
I know.
I still think the Lions good.
I'd put the Lions.
They can't though. It's so sick.
I'd
Like
put the Lions
25.
ahead of the Bears if they got in, like I said.
I'd
And
put
the
Lions
NFC
at like
South
the
winner.
2 or the 3 if they got in somehow. Like I don't hate the Lions. I mean, it's not over yet technically, but
It's true.
I don't know. If you want to go, you want me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the Seattle Seahawks to make it out of the NFC, and I think I feel like every time we do this, like it's hard not to be biased, obviously. And I know you do a nice job. You just pick the Patriots, and I genuinely don't think the Patriots are going to come out of the AFC. That wasn't for hating reasons. I just think the Seahawks. First of all, you said about the Rams rebuild of the defense. Do you remember that the other day? And like the Seahawks retooled this defense so quickly.
Seahawks defense is
like,
very good. Yeah.
The fact that Mike McDonald came over and like got his Kyle Hamilton right away in Amanda Warrior and then shifted the whole traded for Ernest Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They like rebuilt the whole core of this defense while keeping the right pieces from the Pete Carroll days, and they have like all 3 levels in elite defense. Now, I'm assuming your arguments would be like all come down to Sam Darnold, of course.
No.
What with the Seahawks winning?
It's just what do they have on offense outside of JSN? It's just so tough to trust. I mean, I like Rashid Shaheed.
I think that's a huge piece.
I love Shaheed.
I think the tight end play is pretty above average with AJ Barner.
Above average?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
You don't think so?
He has above average production because their wide receiver room is below average.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
that's
yards
tight end
have to
room.
go somewhere. The yards have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it this way:
I mean,
if
he
Brock
does.
Bowers was on the Seahawks, he'd be setting records because he'd have no target competition.
I mean, you make the argument about like the Patriots. The Patriots don't have nearly as good of a receiver. You think the Patriots receiver room is better than the Seahawks? Because you said the Patriots are good enough to go to the Super Bowl, but the Seahawks aren't, and you're citing the wide receiver room as the reason why. Would you say the Patriots? What on the Patriots team changes it compared to the Seahawks?
Well, they don't have to go through the NFC.
Okay,
but,
okay.
But that's
fair.
the biggest
That's fair.
factor.
But like
the pass from the NFC, I wouldn't be picking.
But you're saying the Seahawks wide receiver room isn't a Super Bowl caliber?
Is it? What wide receiver rooms is it that have won the Super Bowl? Is it better than? And I'm not saying you need a good wide. I'm just saying in this exercise.
That's actually a good question. I mean, it's similar, honestly, to the Seahawks wide receiver room back in the day with Baldwin, Curtis.
Is the defense now as good as that defense?
No, not as good as that defense.
That's why
that was
team
historic.
Won. That's why that team won.
Yeah, you can make. There definitely were worse wide receiver rooms that have won Super Bowls, like with the Chiefs, but like.
That's
you can point back to Mahomes.
You're gonna say Mahomes effect, which is
you can point back to Mahomes. You don't have Mahomes.
Kelsey in that.
A lot of
A
lot of some of the
But
Patriots.
even factoring in Kelsey, you factor in JSN, like some of those receivers they had alongside Kelsey.
What was
like
Nick?
Juju
What was Nick Foles' receivers? Alshon Jeffrey and Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, without Tyreek Hill. Without
Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar. Who was on that?
Jeffrey was good. First of all.
Sure, but JSN's a lot better than. And who was the 2? Aguilar.
No,
I'm just saying if we're going.
There's another receiver on that team.
Jason Avant. No, that was way before that. I'm just saying, like.
I was gonna say Jeremy Maclin, but that was,
nobody's jumping at it. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so you're.
Clement was on that team.
Yeah.
29-yard touchdown.
I don't know. I think they have enough wide receiver, like 2-3s, to complement the best receiver in football this year. So I think the receivers are not my concern. The offensive line has to be healthy. Like Charles Cross being out in that game, I was already worried with the Rams just because, this line has really come together with a great draft pick. Gray Zabel's been great. Anthony Bradford is brutal. But other than that, the line's been pretty good if they stay healthy. It really, for me, only comes down to Darnold because in those final few drives, he started to not panic. Like you saw in those all his interceptions are like so different than other quarterbacks. He just you can see it in his eyes, especially against the Rams. Like that pressure came, he just freaking slung it. Like no thought. I feel like he did really like that 2-point version. He stood in there. If he can just calm it down, slow the game down, I feel like he is good enough with the talent around him. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are good running backs. They haven't had the efficiency. They are.
I hate Zach Charbonnet. It's ridiculous.
If Kenneth Walker,
the obsession with Zach Charbonnet gets me so angry.
No, I think Kenneth
Walker. I don't even have
Kenneth
Kenneth Walker in any fantasy or any sort of ties to it, and it just makes me so angry when Kenneth Walker doesn't get those touches.
Yeah,
I think he's
Kenneth Walker
so much better.
I agree. I think he should have the majority of carries. I think he's very dynamic. I get that 100%. And they run the ball more than anybody in the league. They haven't been incredibly efficient. That's probably one of the bigger downfalls of statistically their team this year.
I mean, before last week, Kenneth Walker hadn't had a good week in a while.
No, he's had a rough season, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like Kenneth Walker, so I don't want to point to that as a weakness, but the running game has been a weakness. Saying they have two good running backs and the running back solid, it has been a weakness. It's middle of the pack yards-wise they run the ball so much, efficiency-wise.
But the running really sets up. That's why you don't need the dynamic receivers. It really, like the play action, that's where Darnold thrives, and it really sets up, and it's been working that formula with Clint Kubiak. I think has called a really good year in general.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have 3 losses, but an awesome year.
So I think Darnold, it comes down to Darnold. What?
No, I'm just ready to go. I just have some stuff to say.
And I want to talk about the defense. My defense is the biggest reason why I think they could win. I think this is arguably the best defense in football. I've been saying either Texans or Seahawks all year. Some would say the Broncos. I still think the Seahawks top to bottom are better. I think there's a lot of guys that are like unsung hero type guys on the Seahawks, but between Witherspoon and Woolen on the outside, they got Kobe Bryant. Emmanuel is one of the best young players in the league.
I know, he'd been Rookie of the Year.
The fact that, So, and then the pass rush, you're talking about teams in the NFC like the Niners who have absolutely no pass rush. And historically, a lot of, the pass rush wins games, especially when the competition is this tight, as you both said it is in the NFC. So Leonard Williams, Jaron Reed, I'm very confident in the defense.
I think they will keep the best defense in the NFC.
We saw Sam Darnold throw 4 interceptions against the Rams, and they lost by 2 points on the strength of that defense. If Sam Darnold does not turn the ball over 4 times every game, I think the defense isn't going to be surrendering,
Cowboys type numbers.
Yeah, which I know you could say this week they did to Stafford.
Yeah.
That was a little bit different game flow. They were set up in some bad spots too. Stafford's amazing. That was all over the place, but my point is I think the defense will always keep the offense in the game, so I don't think the receiver room needs to be like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I don't know.
No, the biggest thing is you got to be able to score in the fourth quarter of close games. I think that's what made having one receiver it's hard. It's just harder to do that with one receiver, especially late in moments. But
if you're down in the fourth quarter.
I'm really not worried about that. You have your go-to JSN, and then the other guys are making plays in big spots. I don't know. I don't see that as I think it's still more on Darnold, and I don't think you need. And they have dynamic again, Shaheed's dynamic.
I love
Shaheed. They had Shaheed involved.
Yeah.
No, but they were.
They should have him caught the backfield. They should have him they should use him all.
No, they should get more creative
too.
But Cooper Kupp's makes clutch catches. He hasn't had the volume, obviously, but he made that clutch sideline catch. He's still fun. He's still a smart receiver that gets open.
Nah, but does he get open?
I wouldn't give him too much volume.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It looks like the wheels are falling off. Yeah. He just lost so much from the last time we saw him.
And they use the backs out in the passing game a lot too. And they're both dynamic.
But is that out of
necessity?
Yeah.
No, I think they like to get Kenneth Walker.
They probably
they do.
They probably like to do it. Yeah.
I know. I don't think that's a fatal flaw. Though. I don't think that's the reason you point to why they can't win the championship.
It's not why they can't win. I think
I wouldn't say they can't win at all.
I don't think so at all. The reason I would had them flipped that way though is just that statistically the offense the Niners offense is probably they had statistically it's comparable they're yards per game all that stuff they're super close. I think the Seahawks average 7 more per game. If the game's in San Francisco, then I think they definitely have a better defense than the Niners 100%.
Right.
Seahawks probably way better. So if the game's played in San Francisco,
so that week 18 just holds all the weight.
Yeah. But isn't that game in San Francisco?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think San Francisco wins that game. I just also trust Brock Purdy way more than Sam Darnold, considering Brock Purdy's went to a Super Bowl. So if they're gonna play in a playoff game, you know what I mean though? One guy
is the Niners receiving group better than because you're factoring in McCaffrey and Kittle, right? Because the Niners receiving group is pretty bad, right?
Yeah. Agreed. If you're talking,
but the offense though is not.
Sure, because of McCaffrey. Yeah. Okay. That's valid.
Not because of McCaffrey though.
Who's it because of? Purdy?
I mean, Shanahan.
Mac Jones didn't even
say Shanahan and CMC.
Mac Jones looked the offense with Mac Jones and Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that. I'd rather have Darnold over Purdy.
You would rather have Darnold over
Yes, if you put Darnold in San Fran, where he was.
Why did they choose Brock Purdy then?
I don't know. Younger?
Because he's younger.
Even
he played well.
Even Shanahan makes mistakes. I mean,
he played well. He left. He went to get a starting job somewhere. There wasn't a path to start there.
You'd rather have a guy.
This was years ago that they chose him, though. They didn't choose him this year.
This is a big win for me.
I know, but they didn't choose Darnold this year over Purdy. They didn't choose Purdy over Darnold this year. They did it 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and then Darnold went and had an MVP level season.
Draft.
And then, because he played great. But then Darnold went and had an MVP type season, and Purdy hasn't looked good at all. And then Darnold's looked solid this year outside of a few games.
He's articulating it. That's what I want to say. That was well said.
So Darnold's an MVP type guy.
Last year he was.
Better than Brock Purdy.
Last year he had an MVP type season. Did he not?
Okay, but what does that make you?
I've seen, but time and time.
That doesn't make you an MVP type guy. What does it matter? It's just something that happens.
What is it, Brock?
Yeah,
How high do you view Brock Purdy, though?
Not
Like, do you
that
see
high.
how Mac Jones played in the offense and then
I
Brock
like
Purdy?
Mac Jones. I've always liked Mac Jones.
Oh, you like Mac Jones.
I think
Okay,
any
that's
quarterback could
okay.
look good in that
In the college
offense.
channel, okay.
But there's a reason that Brock Purdy has the job and Mac Jones doesn't, and Sam Darnold doesn't, isn't there?
Sure, but I think it can be incorrect in hindsight. Like after
Not all
we
decisions
have
are
more-
fine. Yeah, not all decisions are correct.
Just because he was,
Yeah.
just because Kyle Shanahan made the
What-
decision.
People
what
were
has Sam
screaming.
Darnold done?
People were screaming for Mac Jones during that Panthers game.
What has Sam Darnold done to prove that to say no, the Niners made the wrong decision on me? Other than play wicked well with Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota for 17 games and this year.
I mean, he hasn't proved it yet because I mean, playoffs I guess are all you can prove. I don't know. It depends how you
That's
look.
not true though. You prove it in like big spots or whatever, and just like
And Darnold-
Exactly. He just did.
no, bro.
What?
That was a good win, but that's not erasing that last year has bad. Like,
And what's Purdy proved in the last 2 years?
but he's never looked like as bad as Darnold
He's been to a
has.
Super Bowl based
No,
on
but
the
Brock Purdy's
back of the
never-
Brock
Avengers.
Purdy on that Monday night game against the Panthers, maybe the worst I've ever seen a quarterback play.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So what do you mean he's never looked as bad as Purdy?
Over
I mean, as bad as Darnold.
over like actual periods of time.
But Darnold's aren't periods of time; they're just games. They're
No, I'm
games.
saying
Like
way.
it was
back.
2
Like,
games
we've-
last year.
we've
Oh,
seen
like back
Sam
in-
Darnold. Yeah, like what?
back in the Jets.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
I don't know. That doesn't mean a lot to me.
He had way.
He's on the Jets.
I mean, then he went and got
Sorry.
Shanahan.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but the panicked thing you were talking about, where you can see it in his eyes. Like,
No,
that's
that's
just being bad in the pocket. That's not a mental.
Sure, but in that
flaw.
exact
That's
game,
not
I
like
saw
a-
him remedy that.
That's not because you're gonna have good reps and bad reps, but the tendency to get frazzled in the pocket and throw the ball to the other team and not have a command at the line of scrimmage is a thing.
I have no proof of this.
So for the Niners to give the job to a guy straight out of the last pick in the draft, and yes, anyone can run that off. Anyone with a good
A beating heart,
command, poise, and like whatever can run that offense.
Not as much. The Super Bowl year, it's like he had the Avengers
So
around him. It was
why is
crazy.
Darnold doing it?
Well, I was gonna say again, I have no proof of this, but it feels like he had like a Rams block in his head. Like I don't know, he lost twice.
That's not a real thing, though.
I
They
think it
don't have
is.
blocks.
I
They don't
really
have
think it is.
blocks
I think
over
I think that's a
certain
cycle.
teams.
I think it is. I think they had his number, and I think getting over that is a huge confidence builder for Darnold. I think that's there's a lot of like value in that. Absolutely, I truly believe that.
I like Sam Darnold. I think he can win playoff games.
Well, that's great.
I'm waiting for him to win one.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
And that'd be fun. I'll be happy for the guy. Like
Okay.
that.
I'm looking forward to it.
I've yet to make
See,
my
Yeah, I'm
NFC.
sorry. You got to make your NFC pick. We're long
Um,
time here.
My NFC pick, I think it's the Rams. I like them out of the 1, out of the 5, regardless. I don't see them losing to a team outside of the NFC West. I think the Eagles, like if they lost to an NFC West team, I think the Eagles could beat one of the other 2 NFC West teams, honestly. But I don't think the Eagles could beat the Rams again. Although they did it last year in the playoffs and back
Eagles,
week 2 or
Eagles are a
3.
tough team in general to read because I still believe in them.
Yeah, people
I
are writing
still
them
think
up, but
they're
I mean,
good.
you can't write them
they're
off.
on-
They're Super Bowl champs.
Yeah. No,
So personally, I think it's Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Eagles. I don't give either team an edge in the Seahawks, Niners as of right now.
that's a little,
Sorry, Steve. I wish I
no,
could.
no, it's just a little crazy.
The Niners have looked really good.
No, they have. They've had a good season.
Yeah. So it's tough for me there. I hate the Eagles, but I truly think that they can go in and beat any team outside of Los Angeles, outside of the Rams.
Yeah.
No, I'd be scared. I'd be, worried about the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm pretty much writing off both North teams.
Yeah, I mean, I don't definitely the Bears. Packers are just weird. I don't know. I can't read the Packers.
Yeah, too many
I don't know,
injuries.
It's so tough. I thought. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to watch the Bears. I hope they can give a team a game. I hope they can try to just control the clock, run the ball. They can run the ball. They did it against the Eagles in that one game. Everyone wrote them off that game in Philly, and they ran for like 250 yards. I could see them doing it if they got like the Niners. If they play the Niners in the 3-6, I could see the Eagles
They're
winning.
gonna play the Niners next week.
Sorry, the Bears. Yeah, they are playing them. But I'm saying in the
That'll be-
playoffs.
That'll be an interesting game too. That'll be very critical
Mm.
to everything. The Bears Niners next week.
Yeah, not as much for. I guess it will. Yeah, it will
Because, I
be.
mean, for the
yeah.
Niners, it'll be.
Yeah, it will be.
The Seahawks
Unless they
will
lose
still
tonight.
need to win.
Unless the Niners lose tonight.
Philip Rivers, we gotta get that game on. All right, any closing thoughts about NFC?
Yeah,
Basically,
I've
so you
got,
both said Rams.
yeah, I've got Rams, Pats, Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to do a Super Bowl pick.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could say it's just the teams that the people we picked. to win
Well,
the
yeah. So you had
conference.
you
I
had
have Rams, Pats, and Rams winning it.
You have Rams.
Rams
Pats.
over Pats.
I have Seahawks Bills, which I feel like would be a fun game, and I'll pick the Seahawks.
Yeah, I said Rams in mine, so I
Rams
guess.
Broncos.
I mean, that was just the team you trust the most. So if you have a different pick, you can
Yeah,
say it.
exactly. Because
Well, what do you want to say? Rams Bills.
No, I want to pick. I want to pick the like I do.
And I
think-
had Jaguars,
I like-
Broncos.
Yeah, Eagles Jaguars would be like.
Eagles, yeah.
That's what I would like. That'd be cool.
So Eagles over Jaguars. Repeat.
That's where the value is, but more like
Yeah,
this
no.
Eagles over Broncos. But if you're looking for the value, Eagles over Jags.
So Eagles, your Super Bowl pick. as of right now on the record.
I guess. I mean, if they just like don't act like a bunch of like, I don't even know. It doesn't make any sense. Like that defense could like ruin lines of scrimmage in the playoffs.
Yeah, they have. They did.
I mean.
They did last year. They have this regular season.
No, that's why I'm worried.
Their defense doesn't look bad once.
I trust Jalen Hurts a lot.
Like,
So.
Besides the fact when Dak
start getting after Darnold, I start getting worried. Yeah.
I trust Jalen Hurts a lot. So.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I trust their defense a lot. Yeah. Their defense doesn't look bad aside from the second half against the Cowboys. But besides that, I mean, their defense has looked awesome.
You should respect him actually.
I respect him. I respect Jalen Hurts. I don't. He's not like my.
I wouldn't.
As a man.
Yeah, like what? I respect Jalen Hurts. I really like Jalen.
I know. I just love. I mean, it's hard not to play the exercise. If he was here, like putting different QBs in different situations.
I think that's a fine exercise to do, considering it's so important. It's like how they play.
It really.
I just wonder in the Brock Purdy years, like I wonder how bad you go with quarterback play put into the offense. Like how low you could
Brock
go.
Purdy wasn't bad. So what?
No, I'm saying
what offers you?
What's Max Prosper doing the
that?
same for him?
That I've seen like Darnold and Mac
that.
Jones and other quarterbacks play in the same system and have just as much success.
Yeah, I mean,
that's fair.
And Kyle Shanahan's just an amazing coach.
I've said many
Nick
times.
Mullins has some crazy stats. If you
CJ
look back
Beathard was it?
Yeah,
he wasn't as good.
Okay.
Nick Mullins actually was balling.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Unfortunately, the last 5 minutes of our conversation got cut off. No real big deal. It was mostly just more Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold talk, and you know how everybody there felt about that topic. A big thanks to Eric and Collin again for coming on. We'll definitely see more of them soon. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys all very, very soon. Thanks so much.